So in this problem, we're asked to use the formulas for lowering powers, and there's formulas for that. I put down the sine squared formula and the cosine squared formula since that's the ones we're using there. And we're supposed to rewrite this expression in terms of the first power of cosine. So what we need to do is manipulate our given expression so that we can have sine squareds and cosine squareds. And so then what I'm going to do is rewrite cosine to the fourth as cosine squared times cosine squared, right? That would be the same as cosine to the fourth. Okay, so this isn't hard. This is just plugging in formulas and simplifying. So I'm going to write it all out first. And so both these cosine squareds are going to become 1 plus cosine of 2x over 2. So then we have another one. So then we have cosine, no, I'm sorry, 1 minus, sorry, not 1 minus, but 1 plus cosine of 2x over 2. And then the sine squared is going to be 1 minus cosine of 2x over 2. Okay, and so what you need to recognize in this situation is, we're multiplying fractions. So that means we're multiplying straight across. So the denominator is nice and straightforward. However, the numerator, we're going to have to FOIL a couple times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 times 2 times 2. So I'm going to take a 1/8 out front. And then we would have this. That we have to FOIL. Now, it doesn't really make any difference on where you start with your multiplication. You just need to FOIL and then get a result and then FOIL or distribute again. I'm going to start over here because I know that the middle term when we FOIL these two are going to cancel. So I'm just going to say 1/8, 1 plus cosine of 2x. And now I'm FOILing, right? 1 times 1 is 1. And we have 1 times a negative cosine of 2x plus 1 times positive cosine of 2x. And again, I knew those were going to cancel, and that's why I chose that. And now we're going to get a negative cosine squared of x, 2x, sorry. And so this will be fairly obnoxious. Okay, and so now we simplify it down into this. Okay, so I'm going to FOIL again. So I'm going to carry this 1/8 down. Now we have 1 minus cosine squared of 2x. And then we have plus cosine of 2x minus cosine cubed of 2x. Okay, and so now we have a little bit more that we have to do here. So we're going to resubstitute. We got another cosine squared. Okay, so now you got to be careful of this 2x. And I'm still using this formula up here, but notice that our cosine squared of 1x becomes a 2x here. So, you got to watch out for what you're plugging in. And so I'm going to write it so that you can see it. But there's our 1/8. We're going to leave that alone. There's our 1 minus, and so I'm going to put some brackets around here to make sure I remember everything, right? That's going to be 1 plus cosine of 2 times 2x. And that's what happens when this is going on. And that's over 2. So that's in brackets. Plus cosine of 2x. And now I'm going to rewrite this as minus cosine of 2x times cosine squared of 2x. Okay, and so then we're going to have to apply this again, right? So nothing hard here, just like a lot of manipulation. So I'm going to kind of simplify this, okay? And so what happens here, what we can do is say, this is 1 minus a half. right? Because that's 1 over 2 minus 1/2 cosine of 4x. All right, so that's that part. We're going to leave these two, right? These two actually, look, these will cancel, so I'm not even going to write those at all. Nope, sorry, they're not the same term. Sorry. So we're going to leave that alone. So cosine of 2x. Right now we got to multiply. So again, I'm going to drop these in here so I don't lose something. And then cosine squared of 2x again, right? We just did cosine squared of 2x. So now it's going to be 1 plus cosine of 4x over 2. Okay? And so now that's pretty big, but like now we don't have any of the powers, and that's what we're trying to do. So now it's all just about simplifying. So here's like terms. So this is going to be a 1/2. We're going to leave this one alone, minus 1/2 cosine of 4x. All right. And so now we're going to, I'm going to kind of distribute some things around. Right, you got to watch your negative sign. And that's all over 2. Right, this is pretty obnoxious. All right, so now we're just going through and seeing how we can simplify this a little bit more. I'm going to break some of this stuff up. So now we have 1/8. We got 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine of 4x. Sorry about that. Plus cosine of 2x. And now I'm just going to separate these, right? This is really minus 1/2 cosine of 2x. Minus 1/2 cosine of 2x cosine of 4x. Okay, so we're going to combine terms here. Right, that's 1 minus 1/2, so now we're at a plus 1/2 cosine of 2x. And now what we have is we can factor out a 1/2 out of everything, so that'd be 1/8 times the 1/2. And now we have 1 minus cosine of 4x plus cosine of 2x, oops, sorry, minus cosine of 2x cosine of 4x, right? So, kind of obnoxious, and then you can make this into a 1/16. So, right, a little bit obnoxious, but not necessarily difficult.